Hi, Lisa with Green Hook Studio, and today I am repairing a sweet bunny lovey all the way from California who has been loved so much that her face is wearing off. So I'm going to get her patched up and back to her little girl, safe and sound, as quickly as I can. Let's get to work. I always like to start with a good evaluation of what I am working with. Which things do I have to take apart and then repair? What do the holes look like? How much of the original yarn or fabric do I have to work with? And think about how I best want to get started. On this one, I am getting started by removing the old repairs so that I can repair them knitwise rather than just sewn on with embroidery floss to keep the holes shut. So I am taking all the old repairs out. I need to take my time on these because I don't want to cause any damage when I'm just pulling on yarn. So I snip and I pull and I snip and I pull and gently get all these little repairs out. The old repairs are now all removed and I can get a good look at this sweet bunny's face. It has just been loved so much that the face has basically worn off or worn through. So I am going to reknit these holes for the bunny. Before I start reknitting, I clip off any loose pieces that might unravel more so that I have less to repair and don't hurt myself along the way. Here I am attempting to reknit with what the bunny still has, all these strings that are still across the face. But as I am working on this, I am slowly realizing that these fibers are really thin and fragile, and I don't think I want to reknit with those. So I evaluate the hole a little bit more and decide to get out my yarn and stitch across so that I can reknit these holes using new yarn. With my new yarn now in place across the hole, I will reknit this column by column with my knit picker, my favorite mending tool. It is basically a miniature latch hook, and it is very handy for things like this. This mend here is very fiddly, and I am very slow taking my time on this because the old yarn behind it is making it a little bit hard to see and a little bit hard to grab my new yarn. So I'm just really taking my time on this. And for the rest of this mend, I will speed this up for you, but I wanted to be able to show this in real time for the first few stitches. Because this hole in the face was so large, I did it in 2 pieces. I wove and then reknit the bottom half, and now I am weaving and then reknitting the top half. So I'll be using the same process that I did on the bottom half of the hole to reknit the top half of the hole that is a little bit wider than the bottom half. Now that all the stitches in this hole have been reknit, I will use my yarn tail here to sew across the top of the hole so that I can reconnect the remaining stitches with my new stitches. I'm just going across the hole, making sure to go in each loop as I go across, and make these stitches look as much like knit stitches as possible as I sew, so that it disguises the mend as much as I can. And it's important when you are doing a mend like this that you don't pull too tight, because then that will pull the knit stitches too tight. You need to be very gentle and slow with the pulls so that it doesn't change the tension on the knit compared to working with other sturdier kinds of fabric. This hole is now officially mended, and it's time to weave in the ends before I move on to the next hole on the other side of her face. Both sides of her face are now completely repaired, and I will quickly move on through repairing the top of her head, just quickly tucking in any loose pieces before I get started on that repair. And look, it is magically finished. The other repair I did on her was weaving through this weak section of her cheek. I wanted to give it a little extra support and strength so that the bunny didn't have to get sent back to me right away with a new hole in its face. This is a preventative strengthening repair. This bunny is all finished, all patched up, and ready for snuggles. So I'm going to get her boxed up and shipped home now. If you or someone you know has a stuffed animal or a knit or crochet item that is in need of repair, please reach out to me at greenhookstudio@gmail.com, and I would love to see if I can help you. I hope that you will like and subscribe and follow my channel for more repair videos and crochet and fiber art adventures in the future. I hope to see you back here real soon. Thanks for watching.